Just barely. What am I making? I just prepped out a little piece of dichroic tubing right before I turn this on, so you guys didn't have to watch that boring process. And I think I'm going to add it to this piece here. Maybe turn it into something. I don't know what it's going to be yet, though. I think I'm going to do that next. I'm going to start off right here from scratch with this piece of 26mm borosilicate glass tubing. I'm just going to add a little fresh flavor to it today. A little extra flavor. Semi-ceramic 420 goes right away, so this is an old school way to hold on to your glass if you don't want to weld it too long like this. Just stretch a little handle right off of a piece of tubing like this. You got just enough to hold on to. And then I just pour it off. Just like this. And then I just roll it up in the cone like that. And there we go. And that piece is ready to use whenever I feel like. Just nip off the end, then there you go, you got a handle. Just fire polish that little piece right there so you don't cut your face off, because that would suck, right? Yeah. I have to do something. Like fire polish my sharp glass. Oops. To my trash can. Looks like something might be on fire. Alright, so what I'm going to do first is just open a little hole in the end of this tube here. By turning the glass over until it's thin. Puff into it like this. And it'll open right up too. And I'm just going to open that. This little piece of graphite here. Now, most of the power's been restored in my community, it sounds like, but man, absolute destruction out there. I saw a fence that was just ripped right off of its foundation. Metal dumpsters just strewn around like it was a tornado. I mean, so I got power. Most of the folks got power now. Alright, so we open that up. Now I'm going to take a little section that I already made earlier and I'm going to plug them together and then shape it out. Check it out. That's what the little section looks like. Look, it's all sparkly. It's called acrylic glass. Yo, what's up? Tony. Check that out. It's all like purple and blue and green. It's kind of cool. That's kind of cool, man. And then this is how I put it together with another piece. Got some high winds and Arctic preparations coming down on Canada tonight. I got Hot Dog, my favorite channel. That's cool. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's still pretty windy out here, but most of the power's about that. What's up, y'all? So then I want to match these two pieces together. And that's not quite wide enough, so I'm going to make it just a little bit bigger. Just heat the end up just a skosh. And then just tune it up a little bit more. And that's good. Then I'm going to rub them both together and see what that's like. I'm just going to roll it right into the other piece. And then focus all the heat, like kind of right behind that little colored piece. And the object of the gamer is not to burn out any of that color sparkly magic that's in that little bubble there that I just added. Check it out. Check it. So now I'm going to start just building up the glass behind that little section. Magical glitter stuff. Magical glitter stuff. And then just kind of build that bubble up from behind it. Kind of like a bubble. And then I'm going to just try to melt those two together perfectly. And if I do this right, it'll be like on the front and flattened and looking super cool. And if I do it wrong, it'll blow up. Let's see what happens. I'm making color changing pipes. I use silver to make the pipes change. Sometimes gold, like that gold I use. Yo. So now I'm going to build up that front piece until it really starts to flatten out. Because I want that fucking dichroic sparkle stuff to just fucking pop on the front of this thing, you know what I'm saying? I want it to just be like, whoa, what the fuck is in your pocket, bro? What is that? That's what I'm going for over here. And so to do that, we can't burn it out, so we gotta be careful. Fire. It's pretty fire, bro. flatten that out just a little bit more. I'm going to clean that right off the face and kind of blend it back together a little bit. And I do that to make sure that end gets a real nice termination on it. Alright, so now we're going to try to blend this back without burning out all that acrylic glass on the end of it. And making it even. Some of that color in there now. Now I'm going to shape the thing out and see if I can do it without blowing it up. You never know. You never know if it's going to fucking explode. Yeah, it's looking hella glittery and sparkly. That looks cool as fuck. This little piece of glass has been in my shop for like 5 or 8 years. Just rolling around as a little bead. And today it wanted to be born into this beautiful pipe. Do you know the I talked about these actually. He stopped in here a few times and said hello. I've watched that guy a few times. He's a bad. Yeah, we both did that well. And then north. Alright, here we go. So I'm going to make sure I warm it up a little bit before I just hit the big flame like that, and then just go into it. I'm going to try to keep this nice and thick. But I don't want to stretch it out too far either. guys can kind of hear the wind gust behind me a little bit still. Watch this all day long, that's cool. Well, thanks for stopping by. So then I'm just gonna like clean up that little spot right there, and then I'm gonna take that handle off. So you're kind of always going back and forth. I'm holding it to let it loose, shaping it in, melting it in, stretching it out. The secret sauce is just keeping everything warm as you go through this process. You want to make sure all your glasses are nice and even wall thickness from one side to the other. Then I'm going to kind of shrink it back down. How long have you been doing this? Oh, since 1999. Long time. Yeah, for the most part. Cold Virginia. Yeah, I'm from windy ass Alaska, man. Fucking wind blowing my whole town away out here. The wind's blowing my whole town away out here this week. Boy. I remember the first time I had low. Welcome to Tacos and Kisses. Oh, thank you. For the love of 4. I like this guy. I like this guy right here. Alright, so we're going to warm that up slowly as we take that handle off. Also, we risk the risk of blowing it up because I always want to warm up this spot. So now you can see some of that sparkle on the end of that. Look at that. Even through the propane. So pretty. So yeah, the object here is not to crack that, so there we go. Clean off that little bit of extra glass. Working with this dichro stuff takes a long time. This piece that I made, I actually took and made it off of a sheet of glass that was flat, and I folded back into a tube. Tricky technique. You can make a whole thing out of it if you want to spend your afternoon making stuff. Make me a THC wax pipe with filter. Sure, I can do that for you. Send cheddar. Just the amount of gas over glass help you make it finish. No, it's just to kind of warm it up. Is there any glitter bombs recently? Yeah, a couple. I'm using a GTT torch for my burner. And yes, I do. I've got a bag full of Rooter balls, actually. I just haven't posted any of them up. I've been doing all sort of stuff. See where I'm holding that glass in relationship to the plane? It's like right on the edge of it. I'm talking to you guys. 16. Let's the object here, like I said, is not to burn out your stuff, but you got to get that bubble even again after you clean off that little bit of glass. So I kind of chill it with that graphite tool though. Wish I came in the beginning, would love to see what started a piece of glass. It was just like a little tube like this, really, making the world's largest crack pipe. It could be you want to buy one of my pieces. You can use it for whatever you like. I don't know what you end up doing with my work, and it's all for sale. I'd love to sell you one. He said I was making the world's largest crack pipe. I love it. Thank you. Hell yeah, bro. I'd smoke weed with it, though. Well, that's the vibes I'm on, bro. But like I said, you know, no judgment here, baby. You do you. I love it. I love it. Appreciate y'all stopping by today. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday out there. It's windy as fuck where I live. Half the town blew away in the last couple days. What gas do I use? I use propane gas. Alright, now I'm going to push a bowl in this piece of beautiful, sparkly green glass here. Dancing Bear pendant looks awesome on website, but also difficult. Yeah, it was difficult. It's actually hanging behind me on that rack, if you can look real close. It's about that big. And that's the only one I ever made like that. It's the only one on the fucking planet. Moving forward, hopefully this doesn't blow up. We're on our way. It's looking fire though. We're hopeful. I'm gonna straighten out that bowl with this little pencil by just kind of guiding it right into the center. Burning the forbidden tweaker and this up. Somebody says they want to be my neighbor. I love it. I need a neighbor like you. That's what they say. Right? Everybody needs a neighbor like you. Feel the fucking love. Yeah, I was talking about my heart pendants earlier on the last show I did. I think I got like 100 heart pendants on my lips. Feel that love. Look at that. I don't think the camera quite captures the color. But it looks seasonal. So we're gonna like not do too much to this piece because it's really the colored glass on the end that's the highlight on this piece here. So I'm gonna flatten it though. I don't really want to add too much stuff to it because like I said, that's the feature. Looks cool as fuck, and it's the only one of these I've ever made. And like I said, that piece of glass has been in my shop for like 8 years, just in a little drawer. Recycling today. This is clean because it's clear glass, right? If I don't do that and it picks the shit up, you're gonna see it. That would suck. I'd be like, fuck. I screwed it up. After all that stuff. Yeah, that's not the vibe. Let's keep it fresh, baby. Let's keep it fresh. There you go. Oh yeah, that's that stuff. Fire right there. Bruh. What you make it? I'm making a pipe with a piece of beautiful dichroic glass in it. For what the camera did capture, it looks amazing. Thanks, man. Definitely got myself. Appreciate you stopping by today. So I'm gonna use my hand torch to really focus a sharp, tiny flame right where I want it to be for the carburetor. If I use that big flame there, it's gonna get humongous. Alright, so now I'm going to see if I can't take this off and get it in my kiln without exploding all that glass. Glass penguin vaporwave possible? Yeah, possible. Is that a meth pipe or a weed pipe? Well, it's really up to you what you do with my work, bro. It's none of my business. But I'll sell it to you if you want. I'm going to kind of warm that up before we hit it with the big blue flame, because if we hit it with the big blue flame, it will blow up. Whatever you want it to be, baby, right? Come on. I'll just nod. Yep. Facts. Alright, here we go. Last step. Take the thing off the thing. Take the thing off. Hello from Russia, 420. It's funny if you made it a water pipe for plants, right? That would be wish I could show mine I'm smoking from right now. That's awfully nice of you. Hello from Russia 420. What's up, Russia? Got Russia in the chat today. What's up, everybody? Alright, so that's a clear piece. Beautiful. Dichroic green and purple sparkles over it. So I'm just going to pull that glass away until I open up a little hole right there. That's the object of the game. And again, not to blow it. You're just getting that little tip on it and pulling the glass away like this. Just kind of pulling it back out and in to get the film. So this part takes a little patience. So it opens up a hole like that. Okay. Like, no, I don't really see it. Can you see it? Maybe you see it a little bit. I don't know. Alright, well then I got the hole open now. I'm just going to clean that up and thicken it a little bit. And then I'll show you guys what it looks like. So it hasn't blown up yet. That's it. There have been a couple questions about your items. Can you put the business card out for the new viewers? Didn't know you were selling. Yeah, I sell all my work right here, if you'd like to see it. Didn't know you were selling it. Yes, please. What is the payment method for buying your work? Can we do straight through your site? Yes, you can. And you can also pay me cash app. But yeah, you can pick up my glasses from my website. Thank you for asking. I appreciate you. Alright, if that answered your question. Now I'm gonna make something different. What should it be? That was pretty cool. Let's make something fresh from this tube right here. Make each day count is the best weekend. That's right, baby. Cash app price for a glass penguin paper float. $100. My cash app is Cosmic Glass Ink 777. Alright, so I'm gonna just start from scratch with this tube right here. Yo, what's up? This is the one I did on the last show. It's available. I'm selling it by the gram. That's my rhyme, and I'm selling it by the gram. That one's, yeah, $70. Thank you. He's selling it by the gram. Yeah, what's up? If rhyme was a drug, I'd sell it by the gram. Well, this is my rhyme. I'll sell it. If we can't sell it, we'll give it away. Oh, fuck. Again, I'm just going to pull up my point right after this. Like the hoodie, bro. You're talented. Thank you, sir. Yeah, we picked out the X-Men hoodie today. I was just feeling the vibes. So again, I'm just gonna round that up, just like this. Can you make me a custom piece, a wax pipe with filters? Filters? No. Maybe. Maybe. I don't think I want to do that today. So the first thing I'm going to do is add a little color to this. This is how I use the silver. So you got to step back, try not to breathe it. It's not good for you. You start flying off to the moon. You be on cloud 9, you start breathing this shit. Cloud 9. I'm pretty safe way over here. Well, I'm off to your store, bro. Have a good one. Well, I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, again, we're gonna just kind of, we're gonna freestyle this and see what comes in. So I don't know what it's gonna be. I don't know what I'm making. I was digging on some soap dishes earlier today. Did you guys see those? Does anyone out there remember Grandma having a soap dish? When you went to Grandma's house, anybody remember Grandma's soap dish? I was thinking about my grandma today, so I was like, man, I bet Grandma would like it. And then I figured, maybe I'd like it. And maybe you would like one too. Because my grandma ain't here no more. So yeah, hug your grandma if she is, bro. Hug your grandma if she is. Alright, we got color on there. I don't feel like throwing any extra bullshit on here because that shit takes all day. So let's just heat it up and shape it into something. See what happens. It's magical. It's magical. I think this wants to be a soap dish after talking about grandma and all that stuff. You know what I mean? This one's for grandma, yo. Oh, and if you want to buy one for Grandma right now, I got like 4 I just posted up. You can buy one for Grandma right now if you like. The ones I made this morning, live on the show. They're all available. You don't need to start out with a big piece of tube, and you can just use any size tube and then bring it back to whatever size you want it. Everything glass is better than plastic. That's correct. Man, I've been searching all high and low in my town for a Dr. Pepper in a glass bottle. I have yet to find one. I think I need Dora's map to find me a glass bottle of Dr. Pepper. Somebody help me find a glass bottle of Dr. Pepper. It's probably some out of the way gas station that haven't been inside of yet. Alright, let's even up that bubble now. Nice even wall thickness. Alright, so now I'm going to take the bottom off. Watch. Again, I think I'm going to try to make a little dish for Grandma's little bar of soap right here right now. I'll use a soap dish. Now I'm gonna thicken that lid back as far as I can. Like, I don't want to really expand it out yet. I want to thicken that back as far as I can before I start to really spin it. Okay. Real slow, focusing all the heat just on that bit. And I'll slowly just rock my hands back and forth. I'm not really spinning the glass so much, it's just rocking my hands back and forth. Keeping it right in the middle of the flame, it's going to spiral open just right. Hold that. Everything except for straw. So now I'm going to take it out with this magical tool here that I bought from a dude named Matt out of Texas. Thank you, Matt. This is the coolest fucking tool I've ever had. Shout out to Texas. Alright, so now I'm going to remove this handle, thicken that bottom up, and shape it out. And hopefully it doesn't explode. Because right now it's looking fire as fuck. What's up, man? Thank you. Thanks. Thank you, brother. Looks like I'm making a glass paperweight anyway. Oh, I love it. Thank you. So I want to make sure that I pull off just enough of that glass to where it's not too thick and the wall thickness of this dish is absolutely even from the edge to the edge. So I'm just going to roll that away like this. Take too much away and you're going to have a big hole there, so you got to be kind of careful. Like I said, it's got to be even. Making a beautiful dish right now. A soap dish. about right. Let's see, you gotta just having just enough plastic. You're gonna make a big old fucking hole. That'll be too thin or too thick. Alright, so now I'm gonna smooth that out. Thank you, Mateo. Mateo's the man. Just gonna make him a fucking glass penguin. So now I'm just going to try to even that bottom all the way out to the edge as far as I can so that it sits really flat like this big wide square here. The more area I got, the more stable my little dish will be. Plus you can put like incense in my little dish here, crystals, whatever you want to put in your dish. It's totally up to you. Just like a pipe. It's up to you what you put in your dish. Soap, incense, your spoon, I don't know, whatever. I got a couple of these by my sink. Paddle fell off earlier, but somehow I stuck it back together. Alright, now I'm going to flatten it on the bench. And make sure that's clean first, right? Pick up the front there. Awesome, man. My father used to do stuff like that in the 70s here in Portugal. Awesome to see this. Thanks for stopping by, man. I want to go to Portugal. I've never been there. That's where one of my aunties came from, man. Portugal. One of my mom's homies is from there. One of my mom's homies is from there. Alright, so there's my soap dish. That's it. Right there, pretty much. It's done. Does heat matter with color on the glass? Yes, it does. I'll show you my dish. Boom, boom, boom. That was pretty cool. Alright, thanks for watching. Made a soap dish. Now I'm gonna make something different. I'm gonna take a piece of silver, that, and drop it into this tube. Awesome, man. Yeah. Straws. I can make straws too. sent the homie out in New Jersey some stones. So a piece of silver in there. Glass rod here, that's big. So I just want to say, what's up everybody? Pop mama in the chats. Okay, silver in the tube. We're gonna melt that silver now. Oh, and I found some gold today too. Found some old teeth in a box. Doesn't that sound freaking diabolical? I found some of Grandma's teeth in a bag. Oh, dude. Talking about Grandma's silver. She found her teeth in a bag. So we're gonna use up some Grandma today. I'm so naturally. Thank you, Grandma. They're like the hell, bro. I'm basically gonna put a little planet of silver on the inside of this ball here and encase it there. I don't want too much weight on this ball here. I just want to hold this one. See that little ball of silver in there? You don't have any hair in there. It's not the best. Just a little bit of a marble in there, not too big. Just like that. Bro, sounded exciting. Got my 2-month plan for it. Love it. Appreciate you. Just gonna add that right there. I had to fix that with some I think next time we some gold. Alright, so that's pretty much done. So then I just make sure it's even. Right. That's it. Now I'm just going to clean off the end of this. Actually, I'm going to take some of that off too. It's too big, man. We want to get a little bit tinier. It's too big. And it's too heavy. There we go. Take a little weight off of that. I'm selling these by the gram. Hot mama. Thank you. Grandma marble, yeah, pretty much. Grandma. I'm thinking of that scene in Trolls where he's talking about how he was singing and his grandma died. Grandma! Remember that one? You saw Trolls, was it just me? I love Trolls. Grandma! Justin Timberlake as the little troll guy was just this one's gonna purr when it's not. It's gonna purr. What is it? It's a drink stir. It's fancy, huh? Only the finest. A bit of a perfectionist, so I should just let it go. Alright, there we go. Finished tool. Drink stir. No, the music's in my ear tonight. Nobody gets to watch me blow glass if I play the radio camera. So that's unfortunate, but you know. How about this? It's pretty fucking heavy though. You know what I think I'm going to do is make something cool for my fish tank now. How does that sound with this color right here? This one, right there. Mushroom marble. That sounds kind of like a vibe. So to make a good sized marble, we're going to do this. Hello, going from Mississippi Gulf Coast. What's up, Mississippi? I think I'm going to whip up a really cool mushroom marble for my fish tank next. Because I got a pair of fish in my fish tank, and he's like super happy since he started adding all this cool stuff to his tank. He's like a little dog in his kennel. So we're gonna make a little mushroom marble for Pinky the fucking parrotfish over here this evening. Pinky the parrotfish. They're like, bruh. Yeah, that sounds fun. That sounds fun. Hola. What up? I'm making a mushroom for my fish tank. Like what, bro? Yeah. I don't feel like making a pipe right now. Or a dish. I'm gonna make a big mushroom. Because that sounds fun. Alright, here we go. Why the sunglasses? Please don't say they're for eye protection. Those aren't OSHA certified or approved. Yeah. Alright, we're doing a little mushroom in the center. Yeah, so we get up just a little bit, get a little bit hotter. Wild one growing every day, that's cool. I still got a jar around here somewhere. I haven't had any in quite a long time. That's just like last summer. It's been a minute, bro. Way overdue, but you know, we're busy. Busy, baby. We ain't got time for that. Got time for that. Alright, here we go. This is how you do it, watch. Mushroom in the space, baby. And it's funny because my fish is pink, right? This is kind of a pinkish marble. Ah. They'll be like, yo, thanks, bruh. Gotta keep my fish shining, baby. You know what I'm saying? Keep that fish shining. I just kind of round it back now. That kind of helps collapse the glass around the color from the sides, or from the bottom and the side at the same time when I'm doing that, to get all the air bubbles out of that glass as I kind of fold it down around the color. I want to try shrooms one day. Yeah, they're good for your mental. So now we're going to try to make this as round as possible. Alright, round it up, round it up, round it up, round it up. So the object here is to keep your mushroom in the center of your marble as you do this. So I can bring that edge all the way to the bottom. And then round it up from there. If you do it right, it'll look perfect. If you do it wrong, it'll scrunch up and look all weird. See, that's kind of forming into a marble now, so I'm just kind of stretching it down by keeping it up, just pulling it back. What's up, what's up? How y'all doing? We are making a mushroom marble off this show today. How you doing? Once that's smooth and round, I'm going to attach this to the bottom. If you're right away, if you're wrong, you're wrong. Alright, that's looking pretty fire. So I'm gonna add a little extra to the top. Kinda see if I can even that up just right. Just a little bit more, you know what I mean? You just kind of have to like gauge it and look at it to see if it's gonna be. But try not to add too much and not enough, you know? Your workflow is smooth as fuck, that's the next part. So you see I'm kind of just slowly working that glass down to the very bottom of that marble. And that's going to put it right into the middle of the marble if I judge that just right and then pour it away. Like this. And then just take it off. And while you're taking it off, you kind of melt that in to the bottom piece at the same time, which sounds crazy, but that's how it works. See that? So I got it round, and I'm taking off just enough to keep that mushroom in. Oh fuck, that's fire as fuck. Alright, so that's looking fire. Now I'm going to round that up just a little bit more and see if I can center this marble up just right. Then we're going to give this one to Pinky the fish. I don't know if you guys caught that, but I'm making a pink mushroom for my fish tank. Does that sound like something fun to do today? In the midst of an epic fucking 3-day-long windstorm, it's blown the roofs off of 1,000 homes in my community. Send love and tacos towards Alaska. Then I'm gonna smooth that out. We are looking lovely, I gotta say. This is looking lovely. Alright, one last little fire polish, and we're gonna remove that handle and see if we can't finish it completely. You gotta be careful with these, else you get like surface scratches and spills in the marble. It's getting 6 o'clock already here in Alaska. I think it's almost taco time, baby. What do you guys think? Meadow Lakes Market. Oh yeah, they sell my stuff. I got some of it. I just saw a Facebook notification about that place. Meadow Lakes. Shout out to Meadow Lakes. Please look at that. Now you can see my mushroom. This is how I remove it. The way to clean the ends of your rods up is like this, watch. That's called the cold seal, watch. I'm gonna burn this part off because I want this marble to look real good. Fish love. Thank you. See, if I tapped it off from that point, it would probably be the big ugly scar, so that's why I did that little cold seal on the tippy top. And this is the kind of marble you're going to look at from the side, so the top isn't as special as the sides are. I just want to make sure it looks real round and pretty. You just got to be really careful with your hand movements, because just shifting it to the other hand can make it fall. Does anyone know what size of fitting goes to the back of the torch? I'm setting up right now and I'm having issues with the flashback to the fitting I'm asking about. Hopefully I worded that right. I don't know what torch you got, bro, so I don't know. I would assume 1/4 inch. I just use little hose clamps for mine. Little hose clamps. Alright, so now I'm just finishing up the bottom of this marble to make sure it's pretty. Because I don't want to make no gutter marbles, you know, but this one's a pink one from Mr. Fish. I think it's going to be pretty exciting. What do you guys think? It's nice work. So that's what I do to make sure it's nice and round, all the way around. Take that extra second, flip the handle to the other side, and get a real smooth polish on the marble. So, just do 9/16 female to hose barb. Yes, I believe that's correct. But yeah, check and see how it goes. Some of the torches are different, so I'm taking bigger size hose, so yeah, like I said, I don't know what you got. I don't know what you got, Brad. Oh, yes. What? Harder. Oh, yeah, that's what it is right there. That's what I was looking for. Nice. Perfect round. So now I'm going to take it off the handle. This is how I do it. What's this? We're going to take this tool, coat it with a little bit of water, and then just touch that right to the edge of where I have that cold seal, right? Hold it up like this, give it a little love tap. So it pops right off like this. You see that? And then I'm just going to take a hand tool. Do you have a larger version of that? And then fire polish up around with a mark until you see it totally melt into the marble. Marble mold. TSA took the handle because apparently it was a blunt weapon. Yeah, you just need to make one out of glass, and they wouldn't take it. Yeah, you can make a handle for yourself with that thing, I bet. There's my marble. See the mushroom in there? You guys see my mushroom? Kinda. I like making mushrooms. They're fucking cool. I got an idea. I want to try something. Is that an implosion? No. It was a little mushroom. It was just a little mushroom, pink mushroom I made with that color right there. I got an idea real quick. I'm gonna try something different. Got an idea. Try something new. Gotta hit the hey early day tomorrow, good night, everyone, later, Brett. Chunky clear rod, do you have the that? Yeah, I did preview a little bit by working on just the tip. I miss your music. Thanks for stopping by. Try to thicken the bottom of this bubble real good. I got an idea like that. I got an idea. Thick fucking bottom. Nice thick base here. Doing all this out without any pressure, too. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna try something fresh, baby. Solid rod to a 26mm tube. Alright, so there we go. We got 2 on a rod. Oh, I thought maybe one. It was solid. That is solid. This is 2. Now we want to see. Got a little bit. Alright, so now I'm going to screw these 2 together. Check it. Just like that. I just want to clear to see how it turns out because I don't know how it's going to work on the button. With a thick ass base like that, I might go look at that. Ricardo. See like almost that little bubble right there at the bottom of that big space big valve. Find the earthquake over there where you're at? Kind of. Just a little bit. It just shifts me up a little bit. It didn't shake me all night long, you know what I mean? Not really. Not that she shook me harder than that earthquake. See if I can expand this out just a little bit more and then open it up. So now I'm going to even out the wall thickness of this bubble, expand it out just a little bit more, then I'm going to pop a hole in the end of it with this blowtorch. For those of you still watching this show, yeah, sometimes craftsmanship is kind of boring, so it's patient. What if you got it with the craftsmanship? Look at this cool stuff. So that is not the handle to be spinning out anything. So I'm going to take this off now and put a different handle on. As soon as I flatten it back into the base, it's still good. Yeah, take that off. There's a Dr. Lucy there. Another question, what do you set your regulars at? 50 on my oxygen and 30 on my propane, I think. But it's lower with the Carlisle or Nancy. That would be like 40, 25. Alright, so check it. Now I'm going to pop a hole right here. Gonna be that. First time with an oxygen tank. Here in Alaska, they want $100 for you to fucking buy one from these guys. It's insane. There we go. Now we're gonna open it. Alright, here we go. Watch it open up. See this right? It'll open right up. Nice and slow. over it, the original is. It's sinks inside. Drop that right there. No, bruh, you can put your tanks in the garage. You're good. You're good, bruh. Whether you got a liquid oxygen tank or a regular one in your garage. Hot dog. Yeah, thank you. So we're making like a little dish. Now I'm going to see if we can take this bottom up and put this back together. Let's see if we can do it. I was going for a real thick dish on this one. I just wanted to see how much weight I could put at the bottom of it. It came out real nice, honestly. Thanks for stopping by today, folks. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday out there. Yeah, I'm going to remove that last chunk of glass right there. That getting it extremely hot. Thank you. I don't want to take off all of it, just a little bit. Just want to make sure it's even in there. There we go. Now we're going to melt that down right into the base. Nice and slow. We're going to make a happy little soap dish, maybe, a candy dish, or dish for your incense or crystals. I don't know, but it's looking like it's shaping up to be a really cool little picking dish here. Yes, you can microwave these dishes. Absolutely. Put Boro in the microwave. I think if you leave it in the microwave long enough, you're going to fuse well, so with your glass in the microwave. It's going to cook out that right for some time. I have to wait till that's all totally melted together before I touch it, else it's just going to smush the glass everywhere. So just bringing it all back together right now. We're going to smush it here in just a second. Smush it. trying to make a really thick dish here this time. See how thick I can do it. Testing the boundaries of the rules now. Right here. Standing here for 90 minutes. Mom and grandma, and then I went more advanced this school. Practice this. I'm taking a few glasses over to you. Not many. Not many. That's a better dish. Thanks for watching. Alright, that's the show, yo. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Hope y'all have a wonderful day. That's it. Thanks for stopping by, y'all. Peace out.